from the Pussycat Club and at the Cellar. That's the #1 comedy club all around the city. Oh, the country, the Cellar. Give it up for Sheryl from Cardozo. I'll be nice to you. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. So,
great dress. Great dress.
Thank you. It's Fashion Week, right? I think I came to the wrong place. I'm not allowed at Fashion Week because I eat breakfast. So, I know what you're thinking. You see a middle-aged, overweight woman up here, and you're thinking, I hope she's going to talk about her vagina. I am. So, you know those days when you have like 22 different people's fingers up your snatch? Is that just me? Oh, I teach med students how to perform pelvic exams. And I use my body as a teaching tool. So my students get the extra thick textbook. I think of it as a work of classic American literature. I had a student a couple weeks ago, 22 years old, already married for 3 years. No comment. But as I was going over my lady bits, I heard him say under his breath, "Oh, that's the clitoris." That, my friends, is how teachers are making a difference. Clit by clit by clit. Let's give it up for the teachers. Well, my husband got married when he was 28, and I was 38. So yeah, I'm a cougar. Although he's Australian, so I'm a dingo. And if you're a little on the older side, as soon as you get married, everyone just has one question for you. Are you trying? Are you guys trying? When are you going to start trying? Trying. Am I trying not to smash your face in while you're asking utterly personal questions, Felicia? Yeah. So I've learned that people actually aren't that interested in your sex life when you give them a lot more detail. So, are you trying? I'd be like, do you mean are we using protection when he's bending me over the couch and slapping my ass? You didn't want that visual? I'm so glad you asked because we would love to start trying, but I've got this greenish foul-smelling discharge. Come here, I'll show you. And then suddenly people are like, no, it's too much. And my personal favorite was what I saved just for members of his family, which is, we would love to start trying, but he can only come with anal. We did start trying, and then we actually had some trouble, which it really surprised me because I was a women's studies major. So I just assumed that when I was ready to have a baby, I'd gather my feminist sisters and we'd go down to the red tent and chant a wicked melody to ready my womb to flower, and then I'd fuck a whole lot. But it actually didn't work that way. I struggled, and we ended up going with an egg donor. And so, spoiler alert, I'm Jewish. Good Shabbos. And people would say to me, do you want a Jewish egg donor? And I was like, no. Like, we're obviously going to raise the child Jewish, so they might have like half a chance to be good at sports. And also this way I can do a lot of research on nature versus nurture for things like sarcasm and binge eating because of residual trauma. I didn't always struggle to make good eggs. When I was young, I struggled to make good decisions. And I was living in a ski town with 11 guys for every woman. It was great. I didn't pay for a drink. I didn't buy a drink for 3 years. And Idaho, but ski town, yeah. And look, I did my part, right? If it was now, I'd probably post things like, living my best life, leaning into pleasure, feminism, empowerment. But I was ahead of my time because in those days I just thought I was a slut. And I learned a really important lesson when I got pregnant. Hashtag try your abortion. I learned that the diaphragm only works if you take it out of the medicine cabinet. So I don't even know if they make diaphragms anymore, if anyone still uses them. If you're not familiar, it's like the proverbial goalie for the cervix, and it looks like a frisbee, and I hated it. Now, first of all, you need to leave it in for 6 hours after sexy time, just to stew. And so then it starts to feel less like a little frisbee and more like a petri dish of infection. And when you're finished with your 6-hour penance, you have to basically do like a Cirque du Soleil routine, because you gotta like get it out from under there, because it's like a suction. So you gotta break the seal, and it makes this really unpleasant noise as you take it out, which is not sexy. And it wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't accompanied by a sensation as if Mother Nature herself was pulling on your entire reproductive system and bringing it to the center of the earth as if to say, I know what you've done. Well, we got past the diaphragm, all that, and now I'm happy to be the mother of a 3-year-old. I know she's not here. But I had what was called, and I swear this is true, they call it a geriatric pregnancy. That's any pregnancy after 38. So, geriatric pregnancy makes it sound like you're going to break a hip when you start pushing. But before you say, Sheryl, age is just a number, I'm going to correct you and say age is a whole bunch of numbers. Just a number. It's a bunch of numbers. It's your cardiologist number, it's your chiropractor's number, it's your physical therapist number, lots and lots of numbers. And also you can't remember your sets, so you have to keep checking your thing. And when I tell people that I had my first child at 46, who am I kidding? My only child at 46, I'm fucking exhausted. But I tell them this and they say, thank God for blessing miracles. And I'm always like, you're pronouncing science wrong. Speaking of science, you guys heard about the measles outbreak earlier in the spring summer, so I got really worried because I don't want the measles. And I'd been vaccinated, but I thought might as well get another one. I got a Groupon, so I went and I got vaccinated. But I'm not really sure if it worked because I got it like a month ago and still no autism.